My name is Clyde Boyer. This is my testimonial for trusii and my journey so far. The research that I went into before deciding on the system itself, some of the primary, I think, positive benefits, and where I hope to see my journey with trusii continue. I've been a lifelong athlete and an avid outdoorsman for all my life. Noticed a couple of years ago, started seeing deterioration in performance and also in mental clarity. And it culminated, this kind of spiral downwards, culminated in knee surgery, which then opened up all sorts of issues and back pains and aches and pains that I hadn't ever experienced before. I didn't want this. I had enjoyed my quality of life up to a certain point, and I wanted to get it back. So I did my research, looking at anti-inflammatory diets, looking at different exercise patterns, nutrition, supplements, and so on. And one of the in my research, I found that the benefits of molecular hydrogen and hydrogen water, and of the different companies that I looked into, trusii was, I think had a really good track record. I heard it on Ben Greenfield program, and I had gone through the Ben Greenfield coaching program, so we were inundated with significant amounts of research in this area. So I started my journey about 8 months ago, and noticed some immediate effects that have continued. That's something that is worth mentioning. A lot of times you'll see a spike in some of the positive benefits of different routines, but then you'll see a leveling off and potentially deterioration. It's just a spike. What I've noticed is that there was a significant increase in a number of different aspects of my well-being, and that it plateaued, but it stayed, and it stayed at a level that's been it's been pretty consistent since I started. The biggest areas, number one, is anti-inflammation. Where I had suffered a significant amount of aches and pains, muscle pains, in my and joint pains in hip and knees. Those knee pains are gone. I'm able to do types of exercises I couldn't do even before the surgery, which is great to see. So the anti-inflammation was a large aspect of the benefits. The next is mental clarity. I'm a creative worker, a CIO for a ed tech company, and much of the work that I do is it's both creative and also requires great focus. I noticed within the last 5 years, as I'm creeping up in middle age, that my thinking wasn't nearly as clear as it used to be. I didn't have that kind of ability to sit down on a problem and solve it in a couple of hours. I found that my mind continued to wander. And since I've been on trusii, I've noticed a profound improvement in mental clarity. This has been a game changer, and it's not just a mental clarity for a short spike. It's a consistent overall feeling of well-being and the ability to stay focused on a problem for a sustained amount of time. In fact, my productivity, I think, now is better than it's ever been. So that's saying a lot. I think the other area of improvement was in sleep, and that's been profound. I wear an Oura ring, which allows me to track both my sleep patterns and my heart rate variability. And what I have found is that my sleep is always excellent. In addition to both deep sleep and REM sleep, which is really helpful for healing, my dreaming is lucid. There were years I don't remember dreams, and over the past 8 months, I remember my dreams every night, and I remember them in detail. And it's a kind of an interesting side effect of something I didn't expect. My journey forward with trusii, I have some hereditary issues in regards to heart disease and cardiovascular disease, and looking forward to seeing the improvements in some of the our carotid plaque that has been built up. I did take a CT scan, which is a calcium score that came back as 0, which is fantastic. So I don't know how much can be attributed, but all of these things add up, and I see trusii as being a part of that mix in the overall health. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that moves forward. If I'm going to offer advice to anybody, this is a game changer. If you're looking to maintain well-being, trusii H2 water is the way to go. Thank you for your time.